Last week, we asked if you thought Texas should limit our state legislators' terms to 12 years. This is actually one of the Republican Party propositions, again, on the primary ballot, but I wanted to see what you guys thought. Now, hundreds voted. 90% of you said it's a good idea, and as always, we thank you for sharing. The social media chatter about the candidates will ramp up in these last few hours before Super Tuesday, and then after, once the fields narrow down. Of course, not all the information you see will be true, but sometimes it's tough to tell. So KMAX Maggie Glenn spoke with an expert who outlines ways to spot the real info from the fake.
We should think really carefully about what we're looking at and whose content we're reading and why.
Samuel Woolley leads the propaganda research program at the University of Texas. He says there's always been fake information, but now it's different.
Nowadays, with social media, the amount of fake information out there during an election season is way higher than it would have been, say, in the 90s even.
Voters now having to weed through what can seem like an overwhelming amount of articles shared on different platforms before heading to the polls.
Issues are debated on my Facebook feed all day, every day.
I just keep scrolling.
When it comes to sharing an article, Woolley has one simple piece of advice.
We should always read the whole thing and try to glean what we can from it in terms of like the big picture message.
And if you're having a tough time verifying information, there are some tools to help.
The best thing that they can do is go to organizations like Snopes or the Associated Press or other fact-checking entities.
The choice to engage with those who share false information is up to you.
Usually I will counter them. Sometimes I'll actually go and look it up on PolitiFact or something.
I'm in a place now where it's the law of diminishing returns to really argue with some of those people.
But Woolley says having meaningful conversations with those close to you, maybe outside of social media, can help these issues become less polarizing.
And the psychology research behind it shows that if you talk to your son or your daughter, if you talk to your grandparents, you might just change your feelings a little bit, and that's for the best.